Welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing on Ascension 10 with the Necrobinder, and we're going to be asking one simple question. Can Necrobinder beat Slay the Spire 1? Because today we have the Exordium Act 1, which means I have installed the Acts from the Past mod, and we are going to be fighting through the entirety of Slay the Spire 1. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and even Act 4. So, let's see, at the end of this act, we are going to be fighting the slime boss, and don't worry about it if you're not familiar with Slay the Spire 1. I will be explaining the encounters as we get through them. I will be explaining the movesets of the bosses, so make sure to stick around. And if you are familiar or an expert at Slay the Spire 1, make sure to leave in the comment sections any tips of things I might have actually missed about the game or about interactions, because I did play through Slay the Spire 1 and I did have max ascension on all the characters, but it's been a while since I played it, so I'm not gonna be remembering everything. That's for sure. We're gonna be seeing if the Necrobinder was, if the Necrobinder's kit is good enough to actually get through Slay the Spire 1, which I think is actually more aggressive than Slay the Spire 2 in the sense that many monsters deal so much damage very quickly. The Necrobinder usually takes a bit of time to ramp up, so we're gonna be looking for a lot of upfront power that we can use to get through this. So let's see how we can make that happen. Now, I do have the booming conch start, and you might be seeing this on the map, and if you're not familiar with Slay the Spire 1, you're kind of wondering what this is. And this is actually a burning elite, which means it is a normal elite encounter, but it also gets a buff. So, for example, a buff could be that it gets an extra 20% HP, I think. And that can be very significant because it increases the time it takes for you to kill that elite, and it just gets more time to scale up and actually do bad stuff to you. But not only that, we're going to have different elites than we get in Slay the Spire 2 because we are playing Slay the Spire 1 again. So, that being said, we have the booming conch star, which is very, very strong in Slay the Spire 2. As you can see, we're still getting the relics and the cards from Slay the Spire 2, so we're going to be playing with those as our toolkit through the Slay the Spire 1 encounters. But booming conch here is amazing because we are looking to take this burning elite as fast as we can, and it does seem like this is going to be a great path to do so. I'm also kind of inclined to just take these events here because we do have Slay the Spire 1 events turned on, and I think that can be very interesting to see what those events can do. Now, all that being said, let's actually get playing here, and we have the cultist encounter as our first easy pool. So as you can see, this is not something you're going to see in Slay the Spire 2, but it is one of the encounters you can find in the early pools in Slay the Spire 1. So you're just one single cultist that you have to get through. And as you can see, it scales up quite quickly because it gets +5 strength every single turn. So we have to end it fast. And the best we can do here is, I think I can still double defend here. Next turn I'm drawing a strike and I just need one additional attack. So I think I should be able to get that, which means I can defend this turn to save on taking that damage. And we do draw the second strike, so that's perfect. And as our first offering, it's going to be Drain Power, Lethality, and Death March. Lethality gives us the most upfront damage increase, so I'm going to be taking that. And this... Sorry, I still have allergies. It's like... I'm hoping the allergy season just ends. Usually by this time in July... Actually, it's still June. It's the end of June, but... Usually by the beginning of July, it should end. But it seems to be at its peak right now, and I'm... Yeah, it's so bad. Anyway, this is an event from Slay the Spire 1, so let's see. We can either lose 6 HP, gain 50 gold, or we can trade 50%. Now, I don't actually remember what the good face and the bad face does. I'm gonna be honest, so I would have to click on this to actually find out. But I'm also kind of inclined to just take the gold. I guess I'm taking the face because I have no shop coming up. So let's see. Please give me the good face. At the end of combat, gain 1 max HP. That is incredibly good. This is basically the chosen cheese we just got. And on the Necrobinder, getting extra max HP is very, very strong. So now I'm actually inclined to go this way because I need to get my easy pulls done so I can see more cards and get more max HP. So yeah, let's go this way. And it's time to fight the Louses, which, as you can see, have the curl up mechanic that also exists in Slay the Spire 2 on the big Louse enemy in Act 2. But it's just this mechanic used to exist on these early enemies here. So yeah, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to block twice and throw an attack at this one. So I'm going to be taking 3 damage, but then I'm able to kill this one with just 1 strike. So I don't have to just get relentlessly beaten by the same Louse over and over again. And I can defend here and throw a strike on this one, so that next turn I can kill it as well. So we end up taking 4 damage in this combat. I think that's perfectly acceptable. We get 1 max HP back, and We got an interesting offering here. Reap with the lethality we already have is very, very good. So I'm most likely just taking that. Right now we are struggling with AoE. But being aggressive in for the Act 1 elites, so there's the Lagavulin, there's the Gremlin Knob, and then there's the Sentry fight. Against all of these, the lethality Reap combo is very nice to have. So I'm just going to be clicking on it. And we're going to keep going. For Lagavulin especially, it's very, very strong to have. So lethality here, strike, strike, and then the Reap is just going to end the fight here thanks to the lethality buff. So that's a perfect fight, very good to see. And the borrowed time is being offered. It could be used to play our Reap for 1 energy. So Reap I retain in hand, and then I just have to spend my final energy of the round on borrowed time to play the Reap, which is a very, very nice interaction. It allows me to both block and play my Reap. Yeah, I'm really happy to take borrowed time here. So let's click on it, keep going, and instead of getting an event, we get another fight. The illusion of choice, I suppose. But we do have a good turn 1 here with Bodyguard and Leash. This allows me to kill the Red Louse in the middle, reducing the damage I take significantly. And then I'm just going to block here. Yeah, I'm just going to block. Still lose 4 HP. There is a Reap we can just use to one-shot one of them. Alternatively, I can spend this turn to block. I think just using the Reap is better here, because otherwise I just use my defend to block 5 and I take 10. This way I only take 7. I suppose it's 6 because Hospi blocks, but yeah. And now I just get the turn off anyway. I can just kill with the Reap. Get a weak potion, which is so, so good. This is such a strong potion, especially against the Gremlin Knob. And I get a bunch of good stuff here. Kinda happy to take many of these. I'm not even sure which one is the better one here for our situation. So let's think a little bit. Death's Door, obviously not the greatest here. So it's gonna be Capture Spirit or Dredge. Dredge can allow me to fetch back my Reap, which I can also retain. The fact that I have a retaining Reap and the borrowed time really inclines me to just take the Dredge here, because it's so, so good with those two. Also Capture Spirit to have the draw is very nice. I think going for the draw here. I'm gonna go for the draw. Capture Spirit against Gremlin Knob is bad. Okay, Wheel of Change, this is another event from Slay the Spire 1, so there's a bunch of stuff that can happen here. This one is bad, and I think the other one... Oh no, this one is bad as well. So these two are bad, and I think these are good. I actually don't remember. I think this is just a card remove, right? I don't know. Let's spin it and see. Hopefully we don't get a curse. We get just a heal. Right? That's a heal. Heal to full health? Okay, that's very good. Very, very strong there. And I'm still going down the elite path here. Have a weak potion against the Gremlin Knob. This should be very strong. And we fight the Lagavulin first. Okay, so the Lagavulin functions similarly to Lagavulin Matriarch in Slay the Spire 2 Act 1 boss. It just has lower HP and lower metallicize, but it still has the debuff, and it also deals a bunch of damage, so we have to deal with that. But again, we can take the time to set up, so we can actually play our lethality. We can play... Oh no, we cannot play Capture Spirit. What am I saying? Oh no. Okay, I already woke it up, which is bad. I should have waited for my Reap before waking it up and also playing a bunch of summons. That was a pretty bad mistake. But it's not that bad. Like, waking it up with 17 damage is not terrible, but definitely could have done way better than this. So that is a significant mistake. It loses HP. The block doesn't work. Yeah, it loses HP and then wakes up. Anyway, I have some souls here. I am going to be taking a beating here, so I think I just throw my weak potion here, unfortunately. I would have loved this for the Gremlin Knob, but I think I just have to use it now. I'm going to be losing a lot of HP otherwise. Could use my Reap here. And I'm kind of inclined to, because otherwise I'm not reshuffling into it, which is kind of important. Yeah, not the greatest. Next turn I'm just defending a bunch and playing my souls. Sure. Play the Reap. Take the 13. I don't play a soul here. I think I play a soul. Play one soul. Okay, that's fine. And then I triple defend here. And I get a turn off here. I can use this turn to deal a bunch of damage. And then next turn I can just draw into my Reap. And I think that's going to be lethal. Guaranteed. Yes, because... No, it actually might be one off. Wait, I think I'm only dealing 36. No, it is exactly lethal. 37. Alright. So not that bad in the end. We did take a big hit, 13. I think I could have done this fight with taking a little bit less damage, but we're gonna just move along and pretend that didn't happen. So, fetch or flatten? Flatten is more damage, but it only works with unleash. And I don't really have ways of actually retaining the cards to do more than that. So I'm kind of inclined to either take fetch or nothing. I get a parrying shield. Yeah, I think I'm taking the fetch here. Alright. And I definitely have to upgrade going into these elite. Alright, yeah, and I kind of forgot to explain the keys. I guess I didn't really encounter them yet. Yeah, I didn't encounter any. So there are 3 keys. We do have the Act 4 installed. So I need 3 keys for that. One of them is the Ruby key you get from resting at a rest site. The other one is the Emerald key, which you get from a Burning Elite if you win that encounter. And the other one is you get by skipping one of the Act relics. So that is the midway point at Act 1, 2, or 3. You can do it at any of the acts. So if the relic doesn't do anything for you, you can just take the key. But the red key you always just get before Act 3 boss, so there's no point in clicking this earlier. And now the only consideration is what I upgrade here. So I am going to be finding the sentries. The sentries have between 40 and like 45 HP. Reap right now with lethality does not deal enough damage. So if I upgrade Reap, let's see which one is better. If I upgrade Reap, I'm going to be dealing 33 plus 50%. It's going to be 49 damage. If I upgrade lethality, this becomes... how much is 75% of this? It's like 45? No, wait. Yeah, it's like 45. So the Reap upgrade deals more, but I think just upgrading lethality is better because it also works on things other than Reap. And then it still one-shots the sentries with Reap, is my thinking here. That's why I'm thinking I'm upgrading the lethality here. We're gonna find out soon if that is the correct thinking or not. But yeah, for example, Juzu Bracelet is not a good relic, so we can just skip it instead and we get the Sapphire Key for it, which is gonna be needed for Act 4. Bonfire Spirits, let's see what these do. Oh, I remember this event. Okay, so you have to offer a card here, which is gonna get removed from your deck. And based on the rarity of it, you get a reward. If I just give a starter card, I don't think I get a downside. I think I just get the card remove and that's it. I could give an uncommon though. I could give the fetch here, which is not... I actually don't remember what removing an uncommon does, but I could give the fetch here. I don't think it's an amazing card. Let's try it. Oh, you get a full HP. I should have gave the strike. Okay, I thought you get a permanent reward, not just a heal. But the heal is not that bad anyway. Alright. So, this turn. I have Reap in hand with the lethality. I think I'll just play my Reap here. There's not much to think about here. I could go lethality, unleash strike, Reap. Is that more damage actually? I don't think it is. If I go lethality Reap, this is like 40 something. Otherwise, this is gonna be 13 plus 6, 19 plus... I think it just ends up being the same, right? Ends up being the same damage. Unfortunately, I cannot both play lethality into Reap and then borrow time, so that's a bit awkward. Wait, I can do lethality. Oh yeah, I can do that. I can do lethality, borrow time, Reap, unleash. Okay, that's the correct order here. This is gonna put me on 6. That's gonna be 4 and 2. Okay, that's significant. That's actually significant. Getting an extra 7 damage there by playing this line is actually very significant. So now all we have to do is survive until we redraw into our Reap and the fight ends. Okay, so I did not explain what Gremlin Knob does. It takes the first turn off, but then it buffs itself with this Enrage. So whenever you play a skill, you gain 3 strength. This is similar to what the Infested Prism does on... I guess it's similar to the test subject, right? But it's also similar to what the Infested Prism does because it gains that strength. It is permanent, so Infested Prism is temporary. So this is more similar to the test subject in Act 3, but the difference is you get this in Act 1. Now, the downside, the counter to that is that the Gremlin Knob does not have that much HP, so you can get through it pretty quickly. As you can see, the Gremlin hordes are here. So that's where the relic comes from as well. It is the horn of the Gremlin Knob here. But yeah, so what is going to be the best line here is my question. I don't really want to buff it up here. If I play any of these, I'm essentially blocking 2 damage this turn, but I'm getting hit next turn as well. So I'm not going to play any skill here. I don't think that saves me HP. I'm just going to be trying to kill it here. Unfortunately, actually I do have lethal. I have strike, capture spirit, and we are out of this fight with only 6 damage taken, which is insanely good. Akabako is a nice relic to find. I get offered another reap. I don't know if I take that. I mean, it's not bad. They retain anyway. I can alternate lethality reap, and I have the borrow time. Maybe I just take another one. Maybe. With the lethality, I think it's actually fine. Let's go for it. And we're gonna smith here and probably just upgrading the borrow time here. Because there's a lot of things I can do with that energy now. Okay. Here I think I'm just going for the kill right away. I do have Akabako damage, which is 14. This is gonna deal 27. So maybe I actually block here and strike. And the lethality reap kills, but I don't have enough damage for that. Yeah, not quite enough. So I am taking some damage here. I could have used... No, I could not have used. I could use the ball of potential to avoid taking damage here. Or potentially avoid taking damage. It's not guaranteed, right? I guess I'm just gonna go for the guaranteed kill next turn. Leap was just not enough there. I take the 9 here, but then I can kill it here. Alright, that's fine. Grave Warden is very good here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Veil Piercer doesn't really work. Let's just go Grave Warden. And there is the Burning Elite. So it's gonna be metallicized on the sentries, which is kind of hard to deal with. And my Reap is not gonna deal enough damage except for this middle one. So that's interesting. Lethality time into strike here. I'm gonna be focusing down the front sentry by going like this. Grave Warden to block, and then Capture Spirit to draw. So that was a good turn 1. Drawing into my Reaps here is gonna be nice. This one is gonna get one-shotted by a Reap, yep. But I one-shot it on the turn that it does its thing instead. This is gonna be 12 plus 6. I'm not gonna be able to kill this one unless I draw another strike. We have to draw here. That's pretty bad. Doom also doesn't work because they have Artifact. Deals 47. I could just reap this one. But instead of doing that, I can just defend, which is essentially the same as killing one of them. But then I also get to play my Unleash for the damage. Wait, does that make any sense? I guess it doesn't really make any sense because this way I kill it, right? This is 47. It's not enough to kill this one. I'm 1 off for that one. Let's go reap. Take the 9, and then I think we should be able to finish the fight without too much more trouble from here. I can get borrowed time here, which allows me to play some strikes on this as well. That's fine. So borrow time, reap, and then throw some damage out. I guess it's only 2 damage. And I am bodyguarding here just to guarantee that I do not take any more damage this fight. If I don't draw any defense here, for example, yeah. I would have taken damage if I didn't do that, so I think that was correct. And now I just need one more reap and we're gonna be done. Oh, wow. Well, I guess I'm only taking 1 damage, so I don't need to sweat about it, thanks to Osti. Yeah, really good to have Osti for these dead draws, where otherwise you would take damage. Regen Potion is great, but we are at the final act, so maybe it's not that good. I do think I take it over Bottle Potential here. Mercury Hourglass, Emerald Key, so we have 2 of the keys we only need to rest before Act 3 ends, which is going to be something we're going to be doing. And then Dirge with Borrow Time is an instant pick, I think. And it's also something I kind of want to just upgrade here. Yeah, I think so. With Borrow Time, this is going to be very, very strong if we can combo them, so hope I'm going to be able to. Not here, though. In this situation, we're not able to. So, Slime Boss. What this does is whenever you put it below 50% HP, it will split into 2 smaller slimes with its current HP. Yeah, that's about it. It also deals a huge damage, a huge hit on the third turn, I think. So we have to kind of do that split before the third turn happens, otherwise we're gonna take a huge hit. Potion of Doom, I think, might actually be able to kill one of the slimes. So after this splits into two, you get two more slimes that also want to split. I think Potion of Doom can be used to kill one of those. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure which one procs first, if the Doom procs or if the split happens. So, all that being said, I think I just go with my Dirge for 3 here, as opposed to playing a Strike and a Capture Spirit. Yeah, because this gives me an extra buffer of HP for the rest of the fight that otherwise is going to be pretty clunky to play. And I do want to keep my Regen Potion for Act 2, if I can. Alright, yeah, so next turn is going to be dealing a big hit. Kind of want to draw my Borrowed Time. There we go. Perfect draw here. Right, now I can go Lethality, Borrowed Time into 1 Reap and 1 Strike. Which is gonna actually split it, so I don't want to do that actually, wait. I think I go Borrowed Time into Reap, it's gonna deal 61, which puts it at 83, and then I Reap the next turn. Yeah, if I do 6 here, actually doing 6 here is fine. I just have to not put it on 75. So then 6 is actually perfect. It's 77, so it's 1 off of perfect. That's very good. And then I Reap next turn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we solved this quite easily here. Reap, insanely strong. Could have considered... Okay, I'm just gonna do this for science. I don't need to do this, but I'm curious if Doom is going to apply before the split. If it does, we win the fight. Otherwise, we have wasted the potion. So this is just for science. Let's see. So yeah, the split does happen first. So the Doom was completely wasted there. Interesting to see that. I think that's maybe a weird interaction that shouldn't really function that way, but it's not gonna matter too much. We're gonna be able to just win this fight from this point on without too much more trouble. Gonna go Capture Spirit here. And we should be able to just win. A Frail applied, but it's not gonna be mattering here. Trying to find my Borrowed Time if I can. Hello? Hello? Okay. Well, you just get Reaped. And then you Reap the next one. And that is Act 1 down. So, pretty good Act 1. Let's see what we get. Spirit of Ash. Seance or Banshee's Cry? Seance is very, very good here. Banshee's Cry doesn't really work here because we do not have ethereal cards except our Lethality, which only gets played once. Spirit of Ash, same reasoning. And Seance is just so good to thin down our strikes here. So let's just click on it. And then we are forced into Darv in Act 2 because of how the mod works. And these are some of the older relics as well. So it's kind of fitting that we're getting Darv when we play against the Act 1, the Slay the Spire 1 acts. Get offered Black Star, which can be very good if you have a lot of elites that you can also take down, obviously. The same reasoning as in Slay the Spire 2, nothing different there. I do have an early shop here, some events, and a midway shop. And then here is a great pivot point because I can go into double elites. I can even take a late shop for some reason, but if I take that many shops, I don't really also want that. I guess I can dodge this shop and just go into this late one instead. But there's also this safe path here with double rest, which is great to see. But I think that's going to be the way we're going. I do want to see the early shop as well. So Ectoplasm kind of falls off here. Calling Bell is not bad because I have Seance. I'm just able to get rid of Curse of the Bell during the fights, so it doesn't really matter. And getting 3 relics is just going to be better than Black Star here. So let's click the Calling Bell and see what we get. And those are some premium relics. Holy. The Courier, when we have so much gold, is amazing. Oddly Smooth Stone, obviously amazing. And so is Orichalcum for the turns that we cannot block. Alright. Getting membership card here in the shops would be insane. So I definitely want to visit a bunch of them if I can. Alright. This fight, though, is kind of sketchy already. I might even opt to use my Regen Potion here. Yeah, because we're gonna be taking damage here. No way I can block this fully. I need to play my Lethality to have any odds of killing them before they get away. I guess I can just keep my Regen Potion for the next fight, though. So I'm gonna go Lethality into Dirge and let Orichalcum block. Do not play my Defend. There, are you proud of me? I remember that I have Orichalcum. Commenters always love to point out that I forget my Orichalcum, which is fair, fair. I should be more careful about using my relics but I always get a comment. Whenever I forget Orichalcum, I always get a comment about it, so let's see it here in action. I'm gonna go Lethality into Dirge here. I think that's gonna be our best option. Gonna be ending up taking a little bit of damage, but with Lethality in play, I should be able to kill these pretty quickly. Let's see though. With the soul, I kind of want to draw my Borrowed Time. There it is. Perfect. Which allows me to... Well, I guess I don't want to play Defend because I have Orichalcum, so... Borrowed Time is just going to allow me to play Unleash Strike as well. So I'm going to go Reap on the bigger HP one. Capture Spirit, Unleash seems fine here. Orichalcum blocks, take a little bit of extra damage, but with the Reap we're actually able to kill. So thankfully I did not use my regen potion, which would have been a mistake here because I would not have gotten benefit from it. I get back my money from these thieves that stole it from me, which is not the same as what happened in Rome to me because I was not able to find the thieves that stole the wallet from me and not get it back. So I'm really happy that at least I can do it in Slay the Spire, which I just get to live out my my revenge fantasy here, I guess. Yeah, if you've seen my latest video, you know the story about me losing my wallet in Rome, which was a bit annoying, but we got over that. Getting a second Lethality here, I don't think is bad when I have 2 Reaps in the deck. I think I'm just happy to click it. Yeah, don't have any scaling, but I do have a lot of flat damage, which is very good in this Slay the Spire 1 game. Yeah, so let's keep going here. Okay, the Chosen. I haven't fought this one in a while. A very, very long while. Gonna go Seance here, get rid of Curse of the Bell, play Lethality. And that's gonna be it. So what this one does is it adds Hex. So whenever you play a non-attack card, shuffle 1 Dazed into the pile. That includes the Lethality. And also the Grey Warden. So I'm gonna go Lethality, play Grey Warden, play Unleash. And we'll have a bunch of Dazed, but... yeah, and also this deals a lot of damage at some point. I know that's gonna happen, but I do have lethal already thanks to 125 extra attack damage. That's quite a lot. So I'm able to just end this. I should use my regen potion soon though. I just need to find a good fight for it. Invoke can also help us play some of the expensive stuff we have. Alternatively, I can take Pull Aggro here. I don't like Pull Aggro that much. It's a bit easier to play with Borrowed Time. And none of these other ones are that good options. Also, Pull Aggro kind of sucks with Orichalcum because you don't really benefit from the block. So it's just a summon 4. I think I just skip here, to be honest. Think so. Let's just skip. I could take the Invoke, arguably. Could be good. Yeah, maybe the Invoke. With the Reaps we have, it makes it easier to play them. So let's take the Invoke. Alright, Royal Stamp, Miniature Cannon, or Bronze Scales. Royal Stamp is looking kind of interesting here. Restlessness, never gonna work. Deathbringer is quite nice to play with Borrowed Time, and also I can put Retain on it, which kind of makes it very strong. I mean, yeah, that could be something I consider here. Let's see, do I have an Elite coming up? Not quite yet. Maybe if I don't find any combats, I will. So do I take Deathbringer and Royal Stamp it? What else can I Royal Stamp? I can Royal Stamp the Borrowed Time, which is kind of crazy as well, I'm not gonna lie. Having this in your opening hand always, and also retaining, is pretty insane. I think I can consider that. Even more so than the Deathbringer. The AoE weakness is nice, but it's not gonna synergize. The Doom is not gonna synergize well with our one-shot plan that we have with the double lethality. It is AoE weakness though. And if I stamp my Borrowed Time, it's gonna be even easier to play. I think I just stamp my Borrowed Time here. And then I see what relic I get here. A Festive Pauper is not gonna be worth it. Could go for a card remove as well. I think I just maybe go to the next shop. Am I dumb for not wanting Deathbringer here? Yeah, I think so. I don't have AoE. which might actually come in handy here. All right, I'm playing Deathbringer. I think it's still good, especially with borrowed time. It's gonna be way easier to play. All right, I can add 3 apparitions to the deck and lose 38 max HP. So this is the OG way of adding apparitions to the deck from Slay the Spire 1. Or I can enchant a power with Haunted. This is actually new. Wait. Wow, this is such an interesting enchantment. I haven't actually seen this previously. So whenever you draw this card, gain Ringing. And when you play the card, you gain 1 intangible. That's so cool. Okay. Is there anything that this would really go hard on? I guess on Dirge, maybe? Does that make any sense? So whenever I draw this card, I always have to play it, and I gain intangible. The thing with intangible is you're not actually immune. You still take a bunch of damage to multi-hits. And especially on the heart, that can really destroy us. Because the heart attacks 15 times. With Orichalcum, I only take 9 damage on the heart. If I draw the Ringing thing. I don't think there's anything I really want to put this on. I'm gonna be honest. But that's such an interesting one. So this is modded, obviously. This wasn't in Slay the Spire 1. It's not in Slay the Spire 2. This is a mod edition. Very cool, very fitting edition. I love it. And also, you can see I'm not able to refuse. I have to take one of these. And both of these are very significant changes to the way we're gonna play. I think Apparition is gonna end up being just better here. I think so. I think so. It's more controllable. I will have like 0 max HP. Well, not 0, but 38. I am gonna get a bunch of it back with Face of Cleric, though. I think I do take the intangibility here. I think it's just gonna be better. Yeah. It is a significant amount of max HP to lose. I don't think the Ringing, the Haunted enchantment is gonna be amazing on anything here. I don't think so. I'm forced into playing that card and only that card. I love this enchantment. It's so good. Bravo to the modder. That's so interesting. That's so interesting. I guess Dirge kind of makes sense, right? Because I only have to do it once. That's not too bad, right? I only have to do it once. I do it for 3 energy. And I also get the Orichalcum block. So that's not too bad. And it just allows me to just get my Dirge off for free. Ringing is very bad though, because let's say I draw this alongside my Lethalities. I cannot play my Lethalities and I lose them. Yeah, I think I have to go intangibility for that reason. I love this enchantment. That's so good. This is an amazing enchantment. I love it. But I am going to take the apparitions here. I think the Ringing is going to absolutely break our deck if I draw whatever the Ringing card is with my Lethalities as well. So let's not do that. And I'm going to take more events here. I'm really curious to just see the events. Well, it's going to be a comp. I guess I don't see the events then. Lethality Borrow Time Reap allows me to just play it on turn 1, which is great. And I think I am going to kill the Cultist here just to get rid of it. And then I can just fight the Chosen on my own terms. It's going to be great. Big Dirge here I can play. It's going to fully block and also set up the deck with a bunch of souls, which is nice. Sure, let's go for it. Only take a little bit of damage thanks to Orichalcum there. And there are the souls already, so I could block with defense. Yeah, I can do that. Capture Spirit, block with 2 defense. And now my deck is loaded with souls. I can draw through 2 my intangibilities. I'm gonna play this here. No reason to play the intangibility on a turn that I'm not getting attacked. Deathbringer is not enough here. It's gonna be dealing 14. Yeah, I think I want my intangibility here. Can I find it? Yes, there it is. Wait, do I have lethal? I think I have lethal. Wait. 24 plus 6? Yeah, that's lethal. No, wait, no, it's not lethal. What am I saying? Apparition, save me. I was weakened, that's why it's not lethal. My calculations are off. That's a lot of dazed. I'm not gonna play that because it's just gonna add more dazed. So I think I already explained what this does, right? With the Hex debuff, I guess we're not going to be able to see it now. So I hope I did explain it in the first fight. I think it was this run. I did one more run prior to this, just to get a little bit more acquainted with Act 1, so I'm able to actually explain, but most of these encounters I haven't seen, obviously, from one run. I'm not going to remember everything right away. But here, I don't think I take any of these. Having Vulnerable is a lot of damage, though. Having Vulnerable for our Reaps. The problem with this is I have to upgrade it, otherwise I have to play this first to apply the Vulnerable, and then I just lose the lethality buff, right? So it doesn't really do anything if it's not upgraded. And I don't really want to spend an upgrade on it, so this is going to be a skip. And now the choice is, do I go to this shop, or do I just... I think I take an additional event and I go this way, and I take this late shop. I think that's just going to be better. Not going to recall, obviously. I could go for another lethality. The apparition upgrade is interesting because it does not remain ethereal. Seance upgrade makes our deck more energy efficient, which honestly isn't terrible. I think having more energy efficiency is nice. Being able to just play Seance every time you draw it reliably is also great, because then you just don't lose it in the longer fights. Wow, this is the illusion of choice if I've ever seen one. I want to dodge the shop, but I get a shop anyway. Okay, then. Okay, then. And this is a very good shop, though. I'm not sure what to take here. Ringing Triangle seems kind of insane. Sorry, allergies are still plaguing me here. Ringing Triangle seems kind of insane. But so is Dance Macabre. It's so good. Dance Macabre here with Deathbringer, double Reap, and the Borrow Time with Retain. I think I just have to click Dance Macabre here. Even though Ringing Triangle is so strong, Dredge plus Dance Macabre is such an insane pickup here. So is Scrawl, but I don't have money for it. Another lethality as well. Let's click Dredge. Another Borrow Time. Wait, another Borrow Time with the Dance Macabre we already have seems kind of busted, I'm not gonna lie. Every time we draw a Borrow Time, we're gonna be able to block for 12, thanks to Dance Macabre. I guess it kind of doesn't work with Orichalcum here. Taking another lethality doesn't seem amazing. They have so many. Ritual doesn't seem needed. Stable Serum could be something I'm interested in. I think I don't take the late shop here. I think I go like this way now. Going into the elites. Am I scared of the elites? Yes, I am, because Book of Stabbing is a thing that I have to deal with, but I do have a lot of damage to deal with it. It could be fine. I also have the regen potion that I kind of should be using at some point. Very interesting choice here. Whether or not I take another lethality or... I think another Borrow Time is just always good. I'm clicking it with the Dance Macabre especially. Joss Paper. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. I can either take 2 campfires or I can go this way. I do have some good upgrades I'm looking to get. For example, Dredge, Dance Macabre. Yeah, so many good upgrades I have that I need to do. Dance Macabre especially. Am I just gonna double upgrade here? Let's go for the elites. And it is Book of Stabbing, the first elite. So this is essentially test subject phase 2. As in, it keeps scaling the multi-hits, and sometimes it does a big hit instead. But I do have a... Wait, I have Borrow Time Dirge on the opening hand. Well, Seance, Curse of the Bell. So I think if Osti takes damage, I still get wounds, right? This should be similar to how... Yeah, it is unblocked. I think Osti receiving unblocked damage counts as me taking that damage, right? I have no idea at this point. I'm not gonna lie. I could also go Deathbringer here just so I progress the Doom a little bit. But just going for a huge Dirge seems good here. I'm just gonna go for a huge Dirge. Huge Dirge for 9. Add 9 souls to the deck, which allows me to counteract the Dooms. Okay, I do not get wounds because Osti blocks that. That's nice to see. I am gonna double Apparition here. That seems incredibly strong. Orichalcum is gonna block, so I'm just gonna use my Vigor there. No reason to keep my Vigor around until I find my lethality. It's just gonna take too long. And I can get my final apparition out of the deck here. And I can use Dredge to get back Borrow Time Seance. That seems insanely strong here. Borrow Time Seance and something else. Which is gonna be Capture Spirit. Or Unleash for the damage. Yeah, Unleash for the damage. I can use my Seance for free here. Get rid of 1 strike. Unleash for big damage. Borrow Time with a Retain stays in my hand. Yeah, our deck is cooking right now. We are very, very strong. I'm still fully blocking this turn, so I can go Bodyguard. I should have drawn first. Okay, Lethality, Dance Macabre is great. I still have Intangibility, and next turn I'm gonna not have Intangibility anymore. But I have Lethality, Borrow Time, Reap. I can also block a lot by playing my second Borrow Time. Wait, the ordering matters here quite a lot. So it has to be Lethality, this Borrow Time, I think. Boom. Big damage. I can go this Borrow Time now, draw with the soul. And I could invoke. I don't really need to invoke. I'm guaranteed to kill next turn. Yeah, this fight is over. Yeah, our deck is cooking right now. Very good. Book of Stabbing didn't do any damage to us, which is... wow. I also didn't have to use this. Back of Prep is such a good relic to find. I'm really happy I took the Elite path now with that relic. And yes, I am going to be upgrading here. Yeah, I'm clicking the upgrade for sure. Because I want to upgrade... yeah, there's so many good upgrades here. Having Retain on the Dredge is probably the priority here. This just gives so much extra block. I don't know. Both of these are good. I'm going to upgrade Dredge next, I think. And now I could take more events. Yeah, I'm curious to see more events, to be honest. Because that event was so fun. The enchantment one. That was such a good design by the modder. I get a big Dirge on this turn as well. I have to Lethality first because this one gets lost otherwise. I'm gonna go big Dirge. And then this is just the normal Sentry from the Act 1 Elites. And this is the Sphere Guardian, which is gonna deal a lot of damage on some turn at some point. I don't exactly remember what it does. But we're gonna remember eventually. Unleash for 54 damage. I'm not even able to get through that shield, so I'm just gonna... oh wait, it has Barricade. Oh yeah, I remember now. So this has Barricade, it doesn't remove the shield, so I have to get through it. Yeah, okay, I remember. But getting rid of the Sentry first is fine. I'm intangible. I might be able to draw into more intangible here. There we go. Kind of want to play these though. Dance Macabre, Lethality. And then I'm just going to be able to kill with the Reaps. Yeah, that's perfectly fine here. I could have used Borrowed Time there, I think. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I win this fight. 78 damage. Kaboom. And next turn I can just kill it. And yeah, I'm guaranteed to not take any damage here. And the Reap is going to kill. So we're very, very strong. Skill Potion. Do I switch out my Regen Potion for it? 15 HP here. This can prevent more than 15, I think. So let's take it. Friendship loses me strength, but it gives me energy. Losing strength doesn't matter too much here, because I deal such heavy attacks. So yeah, I think Friendship is good here, actually. Don't even need to upgrade it. My strikes are becoming increasingly more useless the second I play it. I think I'm fine with the Friendship here. Right, more events. Okay, this one is from Slay the Spire 2. We can transform or enchant an attack with Corrupted, which seems kind of strong here, no? Upgrading a Reap, I mean enchanting a Reap with Corrupted and then also upgrading it for even more damage. I mean, I am gonna lose HP for it though, every time I play it, so maybe that's not correct. Yeah, I think that's not correct. I'm gonna transform a Strike instead. And we get a Neuro Surge. Wow, now if that isn't the best transform you can ever get, then I don't know what is. Transforming a Strike into Neuro Surge. And okay, we fight a Gremlin Leader here. Deathbringer, absolutely insane for this. I also get my Dance Macabre off. This is an incredible first turn here. Except the fact that I cannot exhaust my Curse of the Bell, but I can exhaust a Strike, which is perfectly fine as well. So Deathbringer is gonna kill all of them. This one is gonna resummon. But that's fine. And I just unleash here, right? Right. Or I can just strike. That uses my Akabako, so I'd rather unleash, I guess. You both die to the Doom, and then you spend the turn summoning, which is perfectly fine. I can get to use my apparitions here. And then even Reap. I guess I use Neurosurge here. Yeah, that seems fine. I don't need to use my borrow time. I go apparitions, capture spirit, and then Reap. I keep my borrow time around because I can still go for the huge dirge whenever I draw it. The apparitions get kind of wasted, but not quite. Apparition, I remain intangible next turn as well. And so then I have invoke. Yeah, I don't need to Grave Warden here. I can invoke. And this is gonna deal a multi-hit here that I do not care about. Vitality with Reap. And tons of damage here. I also have Bodyguard. I guess I can dredge back something here. Dredging back the Reaps so I can guarantee the kills. Yeah, that seems fine. Dredge back, sure, Seance, and a Reap, and another Reap. Seance doesn't do anything here. It doesn't matter, I'm killing next turn, guaranteed. So yeah, that's gonna be it here. Turns out that getting 3 apparitions is quite strong. And that's gonna be lethal. Power Potion. Maybe I swap out the skill potion for it. Chandelier is gonna be very good. Sleight of Flesh is usually amazing, but not in this deck because I have like 0 debuffs. I do have Deathbringer, right? It works really well with Deathbringer. It works really well with Deathbringer, but I literally do not have any other debuffs. It's just Deathbringer. So for that reason, I think I might actually want to skip it here. If I do get more D5s, it becomes better, but I just don't think I need it in this deck. I'm just going for big hits. So let's skip. And I do feel like Power Potion is just going to end up being better. One more upgrade here we can get. It could be on Neurosurge. But having the Retaining Dredge seems so good. Like, one additional energy I don't think is going to do too much for us here. Let's go for the Retain on the Dredge. That increases our consistency significantly. And we have Dirge on the first turn. I could play my Apparitions, I just don't think they're needed. I'm going to benefit more from just a big Dirge here. I'm just going to do that instead. Like, I could have been intangible on this turn now. But as you can see, it doesn't do that much. And I'm intangible anyway because I draw this. Yeah. I guess I can Soul here. Invoke. Retaining Dredge is amazing. It takes away my Neurosurge, it takes away my Seance. I don't care too much about that, I don't think. Now let's see, my Dredge has Retain, I don't need to play it here. I could get some souls back though, to keep going. That actually might be worth it. But let's play Dance Macabre. I do want to get rid of the orbs. And then on the big hit, I think I'm just gonna tank that with Osti. So it's time to go Dredge into the souls here. Reap for one-shotting one of them. I could get back my Seance and play it. That seems fine. I could even get back my Neurosurge and keep going. That also seems quite strong here. Seance can get rid of a strike, that's good. Keep going here. I'm happy to just play the Friendship. What else can I draw here that I want to play? I guess Deathbringer. Yeah, I guess I kind of want the Deathbringer here. Also, Joss Paper draws a lot with the Exhausting Souls. I kind of didn't realize that interaction, but it is very good. I don't want to use up all my souls. I want to keep them for the second draw cycle as well. Maybe one more normal soul here. Okay, that's a Reap. That's good because it retains. One more normal soul. There's the Deathbringer. Okay, borrow time, Deathbringer. This reduces the artifact count. It doesn't really matter. Don't think I'm going to benefit too much from it anyway. And the big hit is coming not this turn, not the next one, but I think the one after that. Kind of want to block here, but I'm not able to. 99 damage with the Unleash. Holy, I did not even realize I'm doing so much. I can block with borrow time for a lot. And maybe just even play it here. Yeah, just play it on its own. Do a big unleash hit. Creep on you, so you die, and then defend. That's a full block. Keeping the HP on Osti is quite important. I get back my card. Okay, this turn it doesn't do the big hit, but the next one it's gonna do, and I kind of forget how much it is. Like 50 damage, 60 damage. It is a huge hit, for sure. But I can just play my Neurosurge here. Could also capture Spirit first, that seems correct. Okay, borrow time. Chaos Paper draws. One more soul. Yeah, all those defense are annoying me. It's not really useful. Can add a soul. Kinda don't want to use a normal strike here, but doesn't seem like I'm gonna be able to do anything else. Don't really want to use up all my souls. I guess I'm gonna do one more. There's a reap. Okay. I need to deal damage with my reaps because I have no other ways of dealing damage. That's kind of my goal here. Go like this, that seems fine. Okay, big hit coming in, it's gonna be 58, yeah, so almost 60 damage. The way we're gonna block that is probably with borrow time, so let's draw. There's Deathbringer as well. That's gonna apply weakness, so it actually did matter that we stripped down the artifact, and it actually matters significantly here. That's very interesting. Alright. So, what's gonna be the plan here? It's gonna be Deathbringer. I can invoke, because this is for free if I borrow time. Not quite. No, that's not quite correct. I do still want to play my Reap, though. So I'm gonna invoke first. I'm gonna get 7. No, I want to play Bodyguard. Wait, I have Unleash. I want to play my Unleash. What am I saying? Play my Unleash for huge damage, and that's almost lethal, but not quite. It's gonna be close to lethal soon. Yeah, just play this. That's significant block. Osti takes a bunch of damage, but we're already tanking a lot. And there we go, that's the fight. Perfect fight here, no damage. Devour Life seems very good here, but... yeah, I think that's the end of sentence. Devour Life just seems very good here. I do have Capture Spirit. I have the big Dirge that I can do. I think it's good enough to take, especially if we can upgrade it. It's gonna be very strong. The other ones I'm not inclined to take. Yeah, Devour Life seems nice here. Wait, I get Darv again? Didn't I already get a Darv? I guess it is forced attack 3. I think that's a bug in the mod. I shouldn't get Darv again. It's fine though. Snecko Eye is interesting, but I'm not taking it here. Pandora's Box is absolutely insane here. We still have 3 strikes and 4 defense, so... that kind of seems busted here, so let's click it. And we're gonna get End of Days anyway. Necromastery. Severance is very good. Capture. Okay, these two are insane. Page Storm is not gonna benefit us too much here, but it's fine. It's a bit of a dead card. What else did we get? That's Door. That's sometimes useful. It only works with the thing, the Deathbringer. And then there's Hang, which is a bit of scaling damage that... I'm not hating it too much. Like, we don't have other ways of scaling damage, so this could actually help us in the final boss. And it's gonna be Donu Deka and the Time Eater. I think the Time Eater is gonna be a bit scary. We'll see, though. We'll see. Alright. I still have a bunch of money, so I'm interested in seeing shops. This path is interesting. I want to see events, even though it's not optimal to see that many events. I'm just curious to see them. I think they're entertaining, so I'm going to try to go for that path, I think. Going for that early shop. And let's see some of the Act 3 mobs. And here are the Darklings, which I have missed dearly. Not really. But I can go Deathbringer, Borrow Time, End of Days, and I think that's... it's not lethal, it only kills this one. Ooh, close, close. Close, but not quite. 21, yeah, 50 only kills this one, but then these ones are easy to kill, I suppose, so it kind of works out. So the Darklings function similarly to the Deca Millipede in that if the other Darklings are still alive, they will revive. It's kind of essentially the same thing as the Deca Millipede. Yeah. Kind of funny to realize. I haven't realized that yet, but yeah. Okay. If I play Page Storm Lethality and both of my borrowed times, can I play them? I guess I can, but I don't want to because I want to... Okay. So here's the meta here. I want to play End of Days first because I don't actually want to kill this instantly. I think I cannot play End of Days first. There's no meta here. I'm just talking random words at this point. Deathbringer, borrow time into End of Days, I think is the play. I'm going to be losing my lethality. I don't think it matters too much here. Let's go for it. I kill this one, that's fine. It is going to revive very soon. There are the apparitions. Yeah, I think I have to let it revive. Kill it at the same time as the others. Double apparition is going to ensure we're safe for this turn and the next one. And the rest of the stuff retains, so that's great. We get a seance. We can get rid of nothing in particular because we do not have strikes anymore. So I kind of have to recalibrate as to what are my seance targets at this point. I don't have lethality yet. I cannot draw. I guess Capture Spirit Severance can kill this. Capture Spirit Severance and then just reap this one and we're done. Yeah, I have lethal here. Okay, that was a bit easier than I expected. But that's gonna be the fight. I guess it is the easy pool of Act 3, so it's not that hard. And yeah, Face of Cleric is slowly but surely making our hit points better. And that's also a reason why I shouldn't be taking that many events. But again, it's fun, so I'm doing it. It is an upgraded Wisp that is being offered to me. I could retain it for 1 extra energy. It's not terrible because it's upgraded and has retain. Also not necessarily needed. I think I'm happy to click it. Sure. Okay, the Orb Walker. So what this does is just gain strength every single turn. It also adds Dazed to the deck, I think, is what it did. For the first time in a while, I think I'm taking a bit of damage here. So Friendship, double Capture Spirit seems to be correct here. Or Chalcom is gonna block. And we're gonna take 4 damage. That seems fine. Okay, that's burns. Okay, so not dazed, but burns. That's significantly worse than a dazed, but we were close enough to remembering what it did. Seance here to get rid of the curse. And then I probably just draw a little bit here. Okay, there's Devour Life. Do I play it now? I can block a bunch with Dance Macabre here. I think I Soul first. Okay, I get Neurosurge as well, so I can definitely block a million here. So play this first. Okay, there's a burn. Deathbringer is also gonna contribute, so go like this. Play Deathbringer. Can keep drawing. Okay, there's lethality. So if I play Borrow Time here, I get 9 energy. Which means I should play something before that and then Borrow Time. Play lethality. Play Bodyguard and that can go big damage here. Full block and also kill it. Alright, pretty good turn there. Another... Okay, I don't think I take another one. Yeah, that's a skip. Let's see what events we can find. So I can upgrade a card in the deck or add Warped Tongues. At the start of your turn, upgrade a random card in your hand for the rest of combat. That's very strong. Pain is also kind of, well, painful, but we could remove it at the shop. I'm going to take the Warped Tongues here. I think it's very, very strong. Ooh, the Relic Trader. Bag of Preparation I do not want to give. Oddly Smoothstone I do not want to give, and Chandelier I do not want to give away. I guess War Paint is fine here. Losing 1 Dexterity isn't that bad because we don't block that often anymore. Wait, do I actually have cards that block anymore? I do. Grave Warden is one of them. Wow, I don't have blocking cards. Like, yeah, that's Door, I suppose. That's it. Okay, so actually Oddly Smoothstone does literally almost nothing for us, so upgrading a Borrow Time and End of Days is nice. This gives us an extra 8 Doom on the AoE, which is not nothing. But the Borrow Time upgrade is definitely the one I care about. Gambling Chip. when we already have Bag of Prep, this is a very strong. Burning Sticks can give us an additional copy of something that exhausts, which in our case is something very, very strong, which is Dirge. So Burning Sticks also does a lot here, but I think just Gambling Chip for the turn 1 consistency is just going to be better here. It's so good, just probably means we do not break anymore. Obviously, I want to remove my pain, but with this, I don't really need to do that anymore because I'm way more likely to be able to either shuffle it out of my hand and wait for Seance or just get Seance. I think I'm happy to just click on this. Yeah. And I could still remove at this shop. Maybe, if I get there. I haven't used my potions in a while. I think that's a proceed from here. So let's go into this new elite, the giant head. Well, I mean, it's the old elite, not the new elite. But there we go, Gambling Chip. So this takes a turn off. I don't really need to worry about this turn too much. I can get rid of just a bunch of stuff here. Curse of the Bell. Unleash, I'm not going to care about. Apparition, I'm not going to care about yet. Invoke, I could play this turn. I guess I might not need this, but maybe I need it. Let's go like this. Okay, the apparition is gonna get wasted, which is a bit unfortunate. I could dredge. I don't know what to dredge here. Vitality. Capture Spirit. Borrow time? I don't want to dredge. Wait, why am I doing that? Yeah, it's fine. Just this is fine. I guess I play this as well. Doesn't matter. I guess it did matter with Jaws Paper. Kind of forgot about that. And now I have Dredge Borrow Time in hand. Wait, you take 2 turns off? Ah, yes, you do take 2 turns off because you're like the Act 1 elite in Slay the Spire 2, right? Because you're based off of... I mean, that one is based off of this. So it takes 2 turns off and then it's gonna keep scaling, but it doesn't scale indefinitely. It only scales to like 50 damage a turn, which is obviously significant, but doable. I think I'm gonna Dance Macabre here. Deathbringer End of Days for the Doom. Getting a lot of slow on this and then doing a big Reap is probably the win condition. So let's just keep as much retaining stuff in our hand as we can and then just play a bunch of stuff. Being able to get rid of the pain would be ideal. But it depends whether we draw it or Seance first. Okay, so far I'm not too scared. Page Storm put into play. Vitality put into play. I can go Necromastery as well. It's not gonna matter too much. Let's go like this first. Okay, Neurosurge this early is a bit scary, but I think I'm fine to play it and just go for it. And then I can go for the big Reap because this is gonna deal a lot of damage with the souls. Yeah, I think I should focus on this. The Austy damage is not big enough yet. Okay, Devour Life is something I want to play. I can dredge back. Borrow Time, I guess. I could dredge back... Wait, I can dredge back the Capture Spirits here. And that's gonna be absolutely insane, actually. Capture Spirit, Borrow Time. And then this is almost gonna guarantee I'm gonna be able to play like 1,000,000,000 souls here. I also can play Hang, but I don't want to do that. I guess I play my Wisp now because I keep increasing the damage I'm going to be dealing. And I just go for a huge Reap at the end. Not going to be that huge, like it's not going to be ending the fight, but I think it's still worth it to do this. I think. I'm not 100%, but let's see. Bodyguard here. I need the energy for the Reap, so I need to use my Borrow Time at the end. I need to remember that. I still have the ability to play Death's Door here. Just to make more space. Seance can get rid of pain. That's amazing. Okay, the draw order really worked in our favor here. I can also go for a huge Dirge. Which I kind of want to do, but after I do this Reap plan. I guess I'm just going to draw it out here. Guess I could already deal the damage here. It's not gonna grow that huge anyway. Okay, there's the apparition. Might as well play it. Play the borrowed time. I guess next turn I can go for the dirge anyway. That's fine. Okay, go for the reap now. 189. Go for the hang as well, which might actually matter if we want to replay the hangs. Okay, intangible this turn. Not intangible anymore. I have the borrowed time here. I could find another one maybe. Wait, did we apply Doom? Oh yeah, we did, because we applied Doom to ourselves. That's why Death's Door works. Okay, okay, okay. That's a good block here. Let's soul for a little bit. There's hang again. That's 61 damage. That's not amazing damage. Let's keep going a little bit. There's the Deathbringer. So I can Deathbringer Death's Door. I do not play my Dirge if I do that. And that's gonna matter because I get 1,000,000 souls, and I can also just go for the kill with Unleash if I do that. So I think the plan is just Death's Door here. Borrow time Dirge. I think so. Osti goes down here, but if I draw now into my Unleash, which I think I'm guaranteed because I have so many souls. Okay, there's Apparition as well. I'm not gonna play it yet. There's another Capture Spirit. I need to be careful because I might not have enough energy to play my Unleash. Oh yeah, I'm also scaling with Devour Life, so this does seem to be correct here. I think I'm just gonna go fetch the Unleash now. Wait, make sure I don't lose it. And I think this is gonna be the plan to actually win this fight. And yeah, 358, let's scale it to as much as we can. There's also borrow time here. It goes soul. There's double borrow time, okay. Can keep going with Seance. Get rid of anything here, it doesn't matter. Go borrow time. Invoke. Bodyguard, borrow time. Grave Warden and Unleash for 614 damage. So I guess this would have been enough just to one-shot it on its own. We get offered another Dirge, which I think is just good enough to take since we have double the upgraded borrow time. And let's keep going here. I still need a key, right? I need to remember to click on that. So let's keep going. Vajra is not going to do literally anything for us. It's 1 extra damage. The Transient. Okay, I think we're gonna wait this one out by using Apparitions. It's probably what's gonna happen. I can replace a bunch of cards here. This turn I'm playing Devour Life Apparition for sure. Deathbringer could be played. I don't think it matters too much. Yeah, I think we're gonna be easily able to just wait this out. Let's go Seance, and always make sure to get rid of the pain first. Devour Life Apparition. I could go Neurosurge here. I'm not sure if I should. I don't think it helps us in any way here. When I can just stall. I think so. I think this is correct. We'll see though. Okay, Apparition again. It's kind of ideal here. Okay, so I kind of forget. Okay, the Transient, what it does, it deals a lot of damage, right? It deals 40, 50, 60, and so on. It just dies after 6 turns. So if you survive 6 turns, it dies. What you can also do is if you hit it, it loses strength equal to the damage that it takes. I kind of forgot to explain. I'm sorry. If I forgot to explain some of the monsters during this run, you can leave some comments. Those of you who know Slay the Spire 1, you can leave some comments explaining what I forgot to explain for others to be able to see. But yeah, the idea with this is you either try to hit it every turn just to reduce the damage it does because it hits very, very hard, or you try to wait it out. And you can also help wait it out by dealing damage to it. So that's kind of the idea of this. And Capture Spirit helps here. For example, if I just reap here, it's going to deal 0 damage. And I might choose to do that. And then just bring back the reap so I have it in hand. I guess I can also just Dirge, I suppose. I can hang and dirge. Not gonna be quite enough. I can also just borrow time and dredge and dirge, I mean. I suppose. Maybe. Do I have another borrow time here? No. Yeah, just go like this. And I can just dirge here. Yeah, so as you can see, it dealt 0 because I hit it for a lot of damage. So that's kind of the way it works. Dance Macabre gets played here. We do have a turn where we're taking a bit of damage here, unless I dredge. I can go take these and the reap. I can go seance away. Nothing in particular, I suppose. Necromastery is not going to be helpful here, so I can just get rid of it. Yeah, Neurosurge can just be played now. There's the apparition, so we can block like that. And then we have Reap for next turn. I guess I can just also borrow time there just to make sure I'm not taking any damage here. Yeah, you can see it's dealing 80, but I can just go Vitality, Wisp, and Reap, and that reduces it to 14, which is already very easy to block. I can just end turn here. Osti is gonna tank for us. And now on the final turn here, just have to make sure we draw into our Reap. Also have Death's Door, which works very well with our Neurosurge. Go Death's Door, go Grave Warden, borrow time and Reap. Capture Spirit blocks and also deals damage, and there we go. So now it just kills itself on the final turn. We skip. I don't think I need any of these. No, I don't. Invoke, maybe. I don't think I need it. Let's keep going. Going to the campfire. I need to recall. I need to remember to recall here. Make sure to recall. This is gonna be my reminder. But so far I don't need. This is one more time I can upgrade without having to recall. So I could go for the Dirge. I think Devour Life is quite important here. Doubling the summon that we had. Okay, this Spire Growth, I don't really remember what it does, to be honest, but we're gonna find out. I have Seance in the opening hand with Borrow Time, Dance Macabre as well. I think this is a fine turn 1, especially with the Dirge. Yeah, holy. Okay, Seance to get rid of pain, always do that. Dance Macabre. Invoke. Borrow Time, Dirge for 10. And whatever this monster does, I'm sure it's not going to be... Oh, wait, it does have Constrict. Ah, so this is like the Act 1 mob again that applies Constrict. So I actually have to block this, but thankfully I can block this via using my Dance Macabre. I just need to find the stuff to play with it. So let's go Devour Life, Necromastery, Soul to draw. Apparition as well reduces the damage I take from Constricted, so I can also just play this. Dredge gives me back Seance, Borrow Time, the retaining one, and then Invoke, so I can play this one and Seance away the Curse of the Bell. I could play Neurosurge, I don't think I need to. Yeah, as you can see, Constricted just does 1 when I'm intangible. I can play it here as well. Reap. I do not have Vitality yet, so I'm kind of searching for them. Let's go here. I can play this, doesn't matter. Keep some souls around for the redraw. I still have 1 apparition left in the deck. But Unleash just deals 122 damage, so that's gonna be it. Another Borrow Time. With how many Dirges I have, I think is still good enough to take. I could visit a shop or I can go to the Elite. I guess I'm just gonna go to the Elite to see what happens. Okay, the Repulsors, these add days to the deck every turn, and then this one is the Barricade thing. That gains a bunch of block and also has Barricade. I'm maybe keeping... No, I'm just gonna reset like this. Go Page Storm. Dance Macabre, Lethality. Invoke for next turn seems fine. And then I can just play a Reap to one-shot one of these. Okay, then just go for the Spheric Guardian first. Yeah, I could just go for the Spheric Guardian, I suppose. I'm just gonna kill it in 2 turns anyway. Go double Apparition into Reap here. It's gonna apply Frail to me, but it literally does not matter. I suppose sometimes they do attack. But it doesn't matter. Oh, I have Pain in hand. So I guess I Wait, I lose 1 HP, so I cannot block that damage. So I just want to kill this. And then my turn. To avoid losing too much extra HP there. There's Devour Life. I mean, I guess I can just go Dirge here. Kind of stalling the fight here for no good reason, but I do have Lethality here, and now any attacks are going to be able to kill these. I can dredge back. Where are they? The Reaps. I guess I don't have space in hand, so I go like this. Reap one of them. Oh, End of Days was lethal. What am I doing? Kinda missed that a little bit. But I do have the Unleash, so it's also lethal. Another borrow time. Okay, too many borrow times. A Great Blast is fine. And let's see what elite we're fighting. Okay, it is the Nemesis. So again, test subject based on these elites. This means this is intangible every other turn. Similar to phase 3 of the test subject. And other than that, it just deals a crap ton of damage. Similar to phase 3 of test subject. So yeah, let's deal with that. And the way we're going to deal with that is by just setting up first. Doom also kind of counters the intangibility, but I don't have reliable sources of Doom, so I'm not going to rely on it. Just going to go like this. Go Devour Life. Ooh, I have such a big, such a huge Dirge here. So I'm going to go Devour Life, Lethality, and Invoke. And then I'm just going to play all my borrow times. Play Dirge for 13. And that's a very big hostie. So yeah, as you can see, it deals a ton of damage. If we can find our intangibility, which should be guaranteed, we can just counter that. If you are going to be intangible, I can also be intangible, so... Haha. Oh, I would have loved to play this Unleash. I guess I can dredge it back. Yeah, I can just dredge it back, right? And if I find my Dirge, I can dredge back. Yeah, I think I have lethal next turn, maybe. Oh, I probably certainly do. Okay, Pain. Lethality. Okay. So what I need is my borrowed... Wait. There has to be a way for me to one-shot this. With the Unleash. Unleash, and I need more souls so that I can scale. Dirge as well, but if I play Dirge, I don't have the energy to also play the Unleash, so I need to scale in a different way, I guess. Wait, I can just play it twice, right? No, I cannot because I lose my lethality stack. Alright, let's go like this and this. Go for a big Unleash here. Play a soul. Great Blast. No, not a Bodyguard. Whoops, I misclicked there. But I do have Reap in hand. Power Potion, I'm not... Do I need Heart of Iron more than a Power Potion? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. Regal Pillow is also not going to do much. I don't need more borrow time. I need to get my key here. So Recall as my last campfire. And that's 1, 2, 3 key pieces, which means if we do make it through these bosses, we're going to be going to Act 4. So, Donu Deka. What these two do is I kind of forget. They have 3 artifacts each. This one multi-hits and adds status cards. And this one multi-hits and buffs itself. But they alternate. So they keep attacking on alternate turns. I think this buffs and buffs both of them. So always the strategy is to kill Donu first. Because they buff strength and this just adds status to the deck. I think that's kind of how it worked. We're gonna find out if I'm completely wrong or not. End of Days doesn't do anything here. These are retaining, so I'm kind of inclined to just keep them in hand. I guess I get rid of one of them. I need to see more stuff here. Apparitions are gonna be helpful. I'm gonna use 1 Power Potion here. Do I need to? I need to use a Power Potion. I kind of want to keep these for Act 4, to be honest. Well, I'm certainly blocking with Apparition this turn and next turn. Capture Spirit sets up my deck in a good way. So let's just go for that. Okay, 2 turns of intangibility is nice to set up. So yeah, as you can see, it buffs. Okay, and Deka only gives shield, so that's why you kill Donu first, almost always. Yeah, I kind of remember now. Okay, Dredge retains. That means I can go Lethality, Devour Life, Capture Spirit. I don't want a Neurosurge quite yet. I don't think I need to, though. I have Dredge to bring it back whenever I want to play it. And now, yeah, they're gonna be dealing 30 a turn and also getting more strength. Seance gets rid of pain here, which is ideal. Means we don't have to deal with that. Can also go for a big Dirge here. Dredge can bring me back. I guess I can go Neurosurge here as well. Let's draw first. Necromastery. I think going Borrow Time Dirge Plus is always good here. Sure. Necromastery gains shield, and then I go Borrow Time, Bodyguard, and because that also gives me shield, that's why I Bodyguard there. Which is more than 2 instances of this, at the cost of not getting that many souls. But I think this is gonna be worth it here. Keep getting Dazed added to the deck. I have to kill Donu soon. Have Dredge, I'm gonna draw here. Jaws Paper not proccing yet. Okay, Deathbringer doesn't really cut it here. Don't have the energy for it. I do have Dredge to bring back Borrow Time. I still have 2 more in the deck here. I'm kind of looking for them first. Don't want to play my Grave Blast yet. Jaws Paper here, right? Bit awkward, bit awkward. I could bring back my Neurosurge. I don't want to benefit from my lethality though. Okay, there's the Borrow Time. I guess I could go Deathbringer. Just strip some of the artifact, which can actually matter because I can apply weakness on the second time I play the Deathbringer. And it also blocks a little bit. Right, right. Make a little bit of space for the souls. There's the Wisp. Okay, there's the lethality. There's the Friendship as well. Yeah, I kind of want to play that as well. So I can go Borrow Time, Friendship, and Reap. Which blocks a significant amount. Not enough, but I think this is fine. Apparition finally here, which is the final turn I get of Apparition. Should be good. And I can dredge back literally anything in my deck right now. I guess going for the Unleash is pretty nice here. So I can also go Neurosurge now, I think. Where's the retaining Borrow Time? There it is. Yeah, I could go for the Unleash here for the damage. Wait, where is it? I cannot find it. Where's my Unleash? Is it in my hand? It is in my hand. Yeah, sure. Neurosurge now and Borrow Time allows us to just go off forever here. Neurosurge time. I do not have any more draws, so I have to end here. I am gonna be able to do a bunch of damage. Reward and Invoke. Yeah, the Borrow Times aren't doing anything here. And Dono is gonna die soon. Do get one more buffing turn in hand, but it's gonna be fine. So they're on 9 strength each. Yeah, as you can see, they also have plated armor, which is something I forgot to mention, but might have already figured it out yourself. I have Grave Blast here, which allows me to... Doesn't let me do much because I lose my lethality is kind of the problem. So I kind of am looking for my hit, my big hit. My Sight, my Reap. Either one of them kind of works. Seance as well gets rid. I don't really need a Hank here, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Jaws Paper draws. Capture Spirit as well. I need my Reap here. There it is. Dono is dead with exact lethal. I actually did not calculate that. So I get a bit slightly lucky to be able to have the lethal. And yeah, dealing with Deca here should be perfectly fine. So I did not need to use my power potion in the end. Oh, yeah, there's no way I'm taking any more damage here. I have like a bunch of souls to play still, so I'm just gonna go and just play all of them here. Just so I can scale up my Osti and then do one big unleash, which should be lethal. Let's play out all my souls here. Seance, sure, just get rid of anything at this point. Unleash 216, not quite enough, but what I can do is borrow time. End of days, borrow time, unleash. And that's gonna be lethal here. And we have a huge Osti hand here. It's almost as big as Deca. Kind of the same. I think Osti could actually grab Dono and Deca here and just throw them around. That's how big it was. Choose any number of cards to replace Pain. So this is a reason why I did not really care about removing this. I can just remove it like this now, and it's perfectly fine. Necromastery, I'm probably not interested in playing. Yeah, I don't think I'm interested in playing Necromastery here. Lethality, yes. Space Storm, yes. Capture Spirit, yes. So I'm just gonna stay like this for now. I lose an Apparition. That's fine. I'd rather get Dance Macabre, Page Storm, and Lethality in play. I lose an Apparition on the turn that it doesn't attack anyway. So okay, let's go over Time Eater, right? So the way this does is it does a bunch, like a ton of damage. And it also has this thing, Time Warp. Whenever you play 12 cards, it ends the turn, ends your turn, and it gains 2 strength. So you are kind of punished for playing a lot of souls, which our build does do. And also we are kind of getting hit here for a lot, right? So I need to be careful here. I might be interested in a power potion here. I probably should have done it on turn 1, but might as well do it now, I suppose. Lethality is gonna speed up the fight, so I think I'm going for it as opposed to the Shroud. Deathbringer is gonna be great here for the weakness, but I'm still taking a ton of damage. I do have Borrow Time. With Borrow Time, I should be able to block a lot here. Let's just figure out the optimal play. So Deathbringer is getting played first, regardless, right? And then I can go Wisp. Wisp Borrow Time puts me on 7, which allows me to play... Oh, I cannot play 3 cards. That kind of sucks. Oh, Wisp Borrow Time. Yeah, Wisp Borrow Time puts me on 7. I can play End of Days. It doesn't really matter. I'd rather... I guess I could keep Reap around. But I'm missing out on a lot of damage by not playing it. So if I play Wisp Borrow... I could also just play Borrow Time and not play the Wisp, which might be better because I'm advancing to 9 if I play the Wisp, which is kind of scary. So let's go Borrow Time. End of Days Hang. Keep the Reap around. The Hang might actually matter in this fight, so that's why I'm going for it here. Take a big hit here, so for the first time in a while we actually take a hit. We get draw reduction as well. I kind of forgot it does this. Draw 1 less card for 1 turn. Is that only when I get hit? I have no idea at this point. But also this is on 8. So I play 4 cards and my turn ends. There's a big Dirge here. I kind of want to end with the big Dirge. So I can go... Seance, not going to use it. So what I can do here is Grave Blast, Wisp, Borrow Time, and Dirge. And Grave Blast is obviously going to be on Borrow Time. Grave Blast, Wisp, Borrow Time, and Dirge for 11. Precisely ending my turn when I need it to. So this is kind of the way you fight this boss. I also have a big Osti, which is great. Also have an Apparition, which is great. I'm kind of looking for my Devour Life. This can be a very strong turn. I just gotta find some proper cards here. Devour Life, I think it's fine to play. I think I'm triggering the 12 again, almost certainly here. Time to play Neurosurge here. I kind of want to make space for more cards before I do that. Let's go for it. Okay, there's Lethality. 6 more cards. We have a bunch of souls, so that's 100% getting hit, and I want to Dirge again. Also Apparition. So play Apparition. This is guaranteed to be played. Big Unleash as well. Yeah, I'm happy for a Big Unleash. I cannot do it after the Dirge, so I have to do it before the Dirge. It's gonna be Soul, Unleash, Borrow Time, Dirge. The final 4 cards here. And big Osty is gonna be great here. I can dredge back the Unleash for a ton of damage. I do not have any more intangibility, but that should be fine here. I think I'm proccing. Oh wait, I do. I'm fine. I am probably proccing again the Time Warp. I can dredge back... Yeah, just the Unleash. I can dredge back the Grave Blast Unleash, which allows me to double play the Unleash, which is a lot of damage. Probably interested in that, but I need to have space in hand to be able to do that, which I do now. Sure, let's just go for it now. Go for the big Unleash, or Souls first. Souls first. A few more Souls first. There's the Apparition. Okay. Unleash. Borrow time. Ooh, wait. I might have messed up a little bit here. Grave Blast. Ooh, I did mess up a bit. Because I cannot... Ooh, that's bad. I cannot trigger it here. I have to play my Apparition. I guess I only have 2 cards to play next turn. I should have lethal with the Reap, right? So I didn't mess up, actually. Also almost died to the Doom. I think I could have played that so that it dies to the Doom. But it doesn't matter. I kill it with the Reap anyway. Okay, so we make it through this fight as well. We did use a potion. But yeah, welcome to Act 4. If you are only familiar with Slay the Spire 2, then you haven't seen Act 4 yet. And that's because it does not exist. It's kind of funny that the map still has the length of the normal acts. The way Act 4 works, it's kind of like the ending of the game. And, well, yeah, because it's called the ending. You have a campfire, a shop, a elite, which is going to be the same elite every single time before the final boss fight, which is going to be the heart. Now, let's see if we can actually get through it. And we're not going to be resting here. We're going to be getting one final smith in. And I'm really happy to just smith this Grave Blast here, I'm not gonna lie. So let's click on it. It's gonna be allowing us to replay our really premium cards over and over, which is great. Sturdy Clamp would have been an amazing pickup here. Venerable Tea Set doesn't completely suck, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually kind of happy to just click on the Venerable Tea Set here. And alongside it, I can also get an attack potion, which is probably not gonna do much. So maybe... I mean, none of these potions really do much, to be honest. The Venerable Tea Set is gonna be helpful in... Oh wait, no, it doesn't do anything. Wait. Okay, this... I would have clicked on something that doesn't do anything. Okay, I realized. Stop writing the comments. Stop. Okay, then the only thing I can do is... remove. Maybe Scourge. I think the heart has Artifact, if I remember correctly. So maybe I care about the draw here. On Scourge, I cannot upgrade it. It can get upgraded with Warped Tongues though, so that's something to consider. Yeah, I think I'm fine with the Scourge here. And the removal to remove the pain. Make sure that doesn't screw me over. And then one attack potion is the final thing I can get. I don't think these matter. So one attack potion it is. And let's get going. Okay, so the first elite. This is the OG encounter that has... the surrounded mechanics. So you are surrounded by the Spire Spear and the Spire Shield. This one deals a lot of damage, and then this blocks for 1,000,000, and then at some point this deals 1,000,000 damage, and you keep getting wounds added to the deck by the Spire Spear. It's just a really tough fight. So yeah, I think I'm gonna skip the Apparition on turn 1 because I don't really need... I'm only blocking 12, which isn't that hard to just block on my own. And I can just get rid of all this. I guess Friendship is gonna be nice to set up here. So let's do that. I guess I draw an Apparition anyway, so that doesn't really matter here. Probably have to use my borrow time here to set up a bunch of stuff. So let's just do it. If our life, Apparition, Vitality, and then I play my borrow time so that I can play Invoke, Page Storm, and Friendship. And that's a lot of powers on turn 1. I'm gonna keep the Power Potion for the heart. I think I should be okay to deal with this without too much trouble. But there we go. Turn 1, not that much damage, but as you can see already on turn 2 we are getting hit for a huge amount, which unfortunately I'm not able to block. So that is kind of scary. I also don't want to turn around here, so not much I can do except just block with Dirge. Let's see what attack potion gives us. Literally nothing useful. So that's kind of garbage. It's gonna be free, right? It's gonna be free to play. So just a high five for a little bit of AoE damage is probably the best I can do here. And I could use my Wisp for an even bigger Dirge, but I think I'm gonna benefit from keeping it around. Oh. Play this. Oh, wait, I can draw with that. Wait. Why did I draw so much? Am I absolutely cooked? Why did I draw like 3 cards? I'm confused. Oh, Page Storm. Oh, so Joss Paper drew into Seance, and since I have Page Storm, I also drew 2 more cards. Wait, so actually the turn is not over yet. Wait. That's insane. Alright, Seance is getting played 100% of the time here. I just have to find out what to get rid of. Something that is not useful. All of these are kind of useful, to be honest. Severance is kind of the hardest to play, so maybe I just get rid of it. End of Days also doesn't really do much here. I think End of Days is fine to get rid of. And I still have Wisp, so I actually, if I draw into Borrow Time here, I can keep going. Oh my god, that's so strong. Okay, Wisp, Borrow Time, and I can go for another Dirge, or I can go Lethality into... I kind of want to play my Lethality. I think ending the fight here a little bit quicker is going to be just a good idea. So I think I still play the Lethality here. And then I can go for the big Dirge. So I am taking a bunch of damage here. I could not fully block. Where is my intangibility? Do I have one in the discard pile? Yes, I do, because I... Yeah, so I can get that with Grave Blast. 87. I don't know which one I should focus down here. I'm gonna be totally honest. I kind of forget which one is the better one to focus down. I think the shield is not gonna be killable starting next turn, because I think it blocks for 99. So if I don't kill it this turn, then I should just focus the Spire Spear and try to kill that one next turn. I think it was how it worked, but at least I can just guaranteed block here. Let's keep drawing a little bit. Just a little bit. Joss Paper triggers here. Necromaster is not bad to have in play. I mean, just to get rid of it more often than not. Still have one apparition, so I should be fine here to just focus this Spire Spear down. Ray Blast this apparition. That's also a reason why putting it in the discard pile is very good, because I can fetch it with Dredge. That's something to keep in mind for the hard fight here. Unleash that door. I kind of want to go Unleash for the damage here. And Grave Warden. I could just play the Necromastery here. Yeah. Yeah, okay, it blocks 99. And this turn I don't take too much damage, which is great. With Dredge, I will be able to deal a bunch of damage, so I can go Apparition Reap here and just end. That's fine. And then just get rid of the Spire Spear. It should be pretty easy to just deal with the shield after. That's a bunch of souls. Severance is enough to kill, so I'm just gonna do that. And end my turn. And then I should be able to just deal easily with the Spire Shield here, without too much trouble. Yeah, with Neurosurge I can just play it and just go. Just go. Keep drawing. Scourge has been upgraded by Warp Tongs, so that was a nice call there. Pick it up. I don't need a hang anymore. Can draw with this. Capture Spirit as well. Invoke Soul. Bodyguard unleashes a ton of damage, not quite enough yet. Borrow time, unleash, and then with the souls I'm just gonna block now. I could go Grave Blast, unleash here. That's fine for even more damage, and then one more Reap with the Dredge is gonna be enough. Hosty blocks. Okay, never mind. Wait, I can Dredge back the Capture Spirit and that's lethal. Because I bypassed the shield, okay. Liquid Memories, Bag of Marbles, Putrefy against the Heart. I think so. I don't know how useful it's gonna be. I also have Liquid Memories. Put a card from your discard pile into your hand. Not sure what I'm gonna use that on, but I do think it's a nice potion to get. But welcome to the heart. If you are not familiar with Slay the Spire 1, this is the hardest encounter in the game by far, and it asks so many things of you. We're gonna be going over it right now. Beat of Death. Whenever you play a card, take 2 damage. So this I cannot actually block with Osti, so getting my Dance Macabre is the only way I'm gonna be able to reliably protect myself against this. This is absolutely insanely hard to deal with. The heart is also invincible. You cannot deal more than 200 health, 200 damage to it every single turn. This is the same as the Skulking Colony, but it is on the final and hardest encounter in the game, which is very, very hard to deal with. So this means if I get to, I don't really think I'm gonna be able to deal more than this unless I scale Osti to the same levels, and then I'm gonna unleash for 200 damage. That's kind of the only way this is gonna work out. And yeah, that's about it. It also does a cycle of 4 things. So on the first turn of the game, the encounter, it doesn't do anything except debuff you and add 5 statuses to your deck. After that, the next 2 turns are going to be the following. It's going to be a multi-attack and a single big attack. And the order these 2 are in is random, so it can be either one of them first. And then after that, it takes another turn off where it does not attack to buff itself. And on that turn, it gains a bunch of strength, and I think it also removes strength down from itself. I kind of forget exactly what it does. Or if it adds more, I don't think it adds more statuses. We're gonna figure it out. But anyway, let's see what cards we're replacing here. Probably don't need a second borrow time. Probably don't need the End of Days. This is gonna be, I guess Doom kind of bypasses the Invincible, but we're not gonna be able to apply enough Doom for that to matter. Invoke on the first turn is probably gonna be good enough. I also have the Dirge on turn 1, so maybe wait, I don't throw away this. Why am I even considering that? I do still play Invoke, I think. Yeah, this is a good turn 1. Sure, just go for that. Hang as well, I could consider playing. It is a reliable way of scaling damage for this fight, if it goes on for long. Let's Power Potion first. Ooh, I just get a random Dance Macabre here. I think this is just a yes, please. So already I'm gonna be taking a bunch of damage just to set up this turn. I think it's worth it. Dance Macabre, Hang, Invoke, Borrow Time. So that's 8 damage just for playing my cards. From here on out I'm gonna be able to block thanks to Dance Macabre being played. And the Dirge here is gonna help me block against the main hit coming from the Corrupt Heart, and also set up the souls in my deck that I'm gonna desperately need in this fight. So there we go, we get debuffed with 2 turns of vulnerable, 2 turns of weak, 2 turns of frail, and now we have to answer a multi-hit of 3 times 15. Thankfully we just draw the Apparition here, which is one of the best turns we can draw it on, so I'm really happy to see that. And I can go just set up on this turn. Wait, the Beat of Death is gonna hit me here, and the only way I can block against it is by playing my Reap first, and that means I cannot play all my powers, which is kind of bad. Interesting turn. I could dredge back the Borrow Time, but then I lose the ability to dredge back Apparition, which is kind of bad. I can Reap, dredge, Borrow Time, and then Borrow Time can play Apparition, Devour Life, and the Page Storm, which is pretty good. Do I have 2 Borrow Times? I do. Alright then. I kind of want to play both my Apparitions in that case. So let's go Reap, Dredge, Apparition, Borrow Time, Borrow Time. Already taking damage here, so Borrow Time this one first. Apparition, Apparition, Borrow Time. I still don't get to play my Capture Spirit, but it's fine. Having these in play is pretty important. And I am going to be taking 15, which I still need to block, even though I'm intangible, because multi-hits work in that way. And thankfully, I did stack up enough block to be able to block. And now this hit is like 50 damage or something, or 60, I don't even remember, because I'm vulnerable. Thankfully, I am intangible, so I'm not struggling with it too much here. I can Stay the Curse of the Bell, but again, I have to block first, so that's why I'm really looking to get my second Dance Macabre into play. Because before I do that, it's gonna be really painful just to play cards here. There's the Curse of the Bell here. Scourge. Or Soul. I'm gonna begin with a Soul here. Friendship is gonna be useful, so I'm gonna be playing that. And I also want to get rid of my Slime here. This is not how it worked in... By the way, Slime, you were not able to actually play, I think. Oh no, you were able to play, but you wouldn't draw an additional card. That's how it worked. That's how the old Slime used to be. Liquid Memories, I'm not sure what I'm going to be using on. I should use it on something, that's for sure. But so far I'm not really... I don't know what to use it on. Unleash, I probably should play for the damage. I'm still missing a bunch of stuff to set up here. Bunch of stuff. I think I Soul first here. That's a Wisp. So I could keep playing, but I'm taking so much damage to the Beat of Death here. I can go Necromastery to block. And then Wisp. And then keep souling around. That's not too good here. I think I Friendship and I wait. Yeah, Beat of Death, dealing 2 is bad. Okay, and now this is the turn where it's doing this, and I lose my Apparition, which is bad. I would have loved to have this next turn. I don't think there's any way I can... Yeah, I cannot throw it out of my hand. And Tongs, if it would have hit this, it would have been great, but it didn't. So I have to figure out something to do now. I still don't have my Letalities and my Dance Macabre, which is bad. I could Death's Door to block here, which isn't terrible. It's not terrible. I get to play a few cards here at the very least. Deathbringer blocks. Putrefy for having it weaken next turn is actually great here. It's also blocks. Yeah, the Apparition is lost here. I don't think it cleanses itself. It doesn't. So the only thing it does is it cleanses itself of strength down, but not of the debuffs. So it is now weakened for this turn and the next one, which is so good. It really enables me to actually deal with this without taking a trillion damage, but I'm still gonna take damage to the Beat of Death here, as you can see. I'm not sure what to bring back here. I could do a big Dirge again. I don't think that's gonna be the way I win here. I need Dance Macabre in play and I need something to play with it as well, which I don't have coming up. So I'm gonna take 6 damage to the Beat of Death if I go Dance Macabre, Lethality, and then Borrow Time. And then I still need to draw. I might even just begin with a Borrow Time here, to be honest. Doesn't feel great. Doesn't feel great at all. I think I have to avoid taking too much damage here and also conserving as much HP as I can on Osti seems wise. So this blocks the entire thing almost. And also prevents me from losing too much to the Dance Macabre. To the Beat of Death, I mean. Yeah, without Liquid Memories, I'm not able to deal with the Beat of Death here. This is kind of bad. Neurosurge is also going to kill me very fast here, so I don't think I can afford to play it here. I could go Liquid Memories now to bring back a Borrow Time. Before I reshuffle my deck. Tough fight here. Tough fight here. I think I just have to draw. Yeah, still dealing with the Beat of Death. Still getting cooked here. I'm kind of getting flooded out by my own souls, which feels pretty bad here. I'm gonna play the Dirge though. That's a block. And at this point I could keep going since I have a little bit of block to use. If I use my Neurosurge, I am dead in like 4 turns. I cannot kill it that fast, so I cannot use my Neurosurge. I could go Seance to get rid of the burn or the wound. The burn probably is the better one, obviously, actually. Let's get rid of it. And if I keep going here, I don't have energy to play stuff unless I play my Neurosurge. So that means I just stop here. Could make something cost nothing, but I cannot play my borrow time. I think I just end turn here. Doesn't feel amazing. I could freely get rid of some souls here, so I can do this. Oh yeah, and draw into some retains. That's actually pretty good. So I do this. I go down to 0 block. Oh, and I also buff Aposty. That's also kind of reason to play souls. I go down to 0 block, and now Orichalcum actually blocks for me. You take a bunch of reflect thanks to this thing, Necromastery. A hang is something I'm interested in playing. So is Reap. End of days 4, the Doom is not gonna do anything. Play the hang. 6 times 15 is something. That's a bit brutal to deal with. Reap first, souls to draw. Oh, also the beat of that scales, I kind of forgot about that. Holy, that's so strong. Okay, borrow time, I can go for 0. How am I killing this? I am not killing this. Have Unleash in the draw pile still. That's like my ticket to actually dealing enough damage here. Holy, 6 times 15. And the beat of that as well. Yeah, I'm not dead this turn, I don't think. I think I can still block this, but not looking too good here. I can Scorch draw, but then I don't have energy. I'll probably just borrow time now. Deathbringer is gonna weaken it, so that's actually good here. But I have to borrow time. And then Deathbringer. This borrow time is gonna put me on 6. I'm gonna be able to play 2 more things after it. Might as well do that. Yeah, the weekend is really good here. I can go Grave Warden and Unleash probably for the big damage. I need to make progress, so I need to do the damage. Still invincible for that long. Yeah, Osti taking a beating here. Going to 49. Ooh, I need to draw into something. There's a borrow time. That helps me block. But then I'm kind of screwed. So I think I draw one more first. Okay. Seance. Can get rid of a slime. Reap for the damage is great here. And then I begin the borrow time train. I can Grave Blast back into borrow time, which doesn't seem like a bad idea here. And this allows me to capture Spirit, borrow time again. Yeah, and I can really block a lot with this. I can go Soul, Soul, Seance. I guess I go Seance first then. Seance first to get rid of something that's useless. And what is that gonna be? Probably End of Days. I'm never gonna benefit from. I suppose it could matter. I suppose the Doom could matter. So maybe we'll consider that more. I'm gonna go double Soul here. I lose my hang. This is not ideal. I could go into another borrow time here. And that's gonna be costing 4 to play my hang. Could also go into another Deathbringer if I do that. This is almost a full block, it's not too bad. What am I drawing next? I probably just need to keep this for borrow times next turn. Okay, I'm getting one more turn here of it not dealing too much, so that's good. Unleash here is kind of important to get with a lot of damage. I'm dying to the beat of death if I do not borrow time here. So I need to borrow time Unleash and then just figure it out. And then I think Liquid Memories Unleash is going to be the ticket here. So then I optimize my health this turn to go down as low as possible. If that's going to help me. As then I do not play borrow time first. I need to make the most of this turn to deal the most damage I can with Unleash. So then I go Soul here. A bodyguard is probably going to be important here. I need to make sure I don't die though. I'm gonna have to borrow time soon. Either this card or the next one. I can draw one more time. Draw one more time. Okay, there's Neurosurge as well. I cannot play it. Yes, I can play it this turn. I could play it this turn. Because next turn I have to kill it anyway. I don't want to lose my damage. I need to unleash first. Need to unleash first. And that means I borrow time now, otherwise I'm just dying. Ooh, this is close. Do I scale Unleash more or do I leave Unleash? Okay, so the question here is, if I draw more now, next turn I'm reshuffling my draw pile, which means I will not have access to Unleash in my discard pile. So can I actually do enough damage here? I think I'm close, but not quite. I think I'm so close, but not quite. If I play Souls to try to scale Asti to deal more damage, I'm reshuffling my draw pile, so that seems kind of bad. I can go Unleash Severance for maximum damage here, but then I'm not quite dealing enough, so this is going to be 100 this turn and like 100 next turn. Plus 20 something here, 230. Plus the Doom, it's almost enough. Almost enough. It's so close. I'm drawing 5 cards. No, I cannot play a Soul. If I play my Soul, Joss Paper triggers. I only have 4 cards left here, and I'm reshuffling the draw pile. So that's just not possible. I go Invoke here. Summon as much as I can for next turn. I end my turn here. I'm taking 51. So I have to borrow... Wait, I need to block first. And the only way I can block is by playing Reap first. Uh-oh, that's not great. Wait, that's bad. I need to play Reap first, otherwise I die to the borrowed time, because then... No, I can't... Wait. Wait. I think I'm fine. I need to make sure I don't die to the big hit, though. Okay, so my plan here is borrow time, Scourge. That's 3 energy, right? 3 energy. I will be on 9. If I borrow time Scourge, I'm blocking before I die to the beat of death. I'm gonna be on 3 HP. If I borrow time Scourge, I apply the Doom. I fetch back the Unleash. I use the Unleash. Am I gonna block enough? I'm not sure I'm gonna be blocking enough here. That's the problem. So I have to recalculate. Borrow time, Scourge. This is gonna be free to play, which is actually bad for me. But with the Scourge is gonna block 10, and then I also play Reap at the end of the chain that I'm doing. So that's gonna block for 20. I think I'm blocking enough. I think I'm barely blocking enough here. So, borrow time first. Otherwise I just die. Borrow time. Scourge here. That blocks, I do not die, and Death's Door, wait, I draw into Death's Door, I forgot I'm drawing into that, so I think I'm fine, I have enough. I need to Liquid Memories now. Liquid Memories now. Get back my Unleash. Where is the Unleash? There's the Unleash. That's a lot of damage. I can play it without dying, I have enough block here. And it's dying to the Doom. I think we did it. I think we did it here. Death's Door, full block. I can Reap here for even more block. I can even play the Slime for more block. That's interesting. almost enough to kill it on this turn. Not quite, but I am blocking this turn. And we're gonna be killing the Heart with a Doom. And that's something you don't see in Slay the Spire 1. So the answer to can Necrobinder beat Slay the Spire 1 is an absolute yes. What a tense run this was, man. Did I really enjoy this one. That was so much fun. Wow. Slay the Spire 1, amazing game. Really happy to just be able to port it, to have it ported by the great modding community. And by the way, huge shout out to the modding community. They have done so many amazing things since the game came out, and it's only been in early access for like 3 months or however long it has been. Amazing, amazing dedication to the modding community. Thanks for bringing Slay the Spire 1 back into this game so we can play it. It's a blast. Let me know if you want to see more modded runs of this type, maybe more Slay the Spire 1 runs, because this has been a lot of fun. There's so much content that is really nice to be able to play with the new characters as well. Let me know if you want to see more. Let me know if you want to see other modded contents like different characters like the Watcher, the Hermit, or maybe even the Downfall bosses, because I also have those loaded up and ready to go. But thank you for making it to the end of this one. I know it has been a really long run, but that's just the way Slay the Spire 1 runs go, because there's 4 acts. There's also been a lot to explain during the course of this run, but I've really been enjoying it. Really, really fun to be able to play this. Thank you for making it this far. Consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.